So just to leave us the greatest number of options out there, and we're not committing to build it, but, all these things we're talking about are going to happen, 2 years to 3 years from today, so it's hard to make those decisions. I know nobody wants to spend the money, but we really got to look at the future when we're making this decision today. Thank you.
All right, one follow-up, and then we'll call the question. Go ahead, Alderman Wesley.
The reason why I'm asking all these questions is because I'm not at these meetings for these treatment plants of how much they cost and everything. That's why I'm asking these questions. Ed, what you designed for today, if it doesn't work for tomorrow, is your company willing to redesign this for free if it doesn't work?
Mr. Cogan.
I didn't fully understand that. Are you asking if the filters don't remove the mercury, would we come back and redesign another solution to remove the mercury in the future?
If we're not making compliance, because this is what this is all about, is being in compliance, correct? Yes or no?
That is one of the main reasons for it, is to be in compliance with our mercury limits, yes.
And if these filters do not work for those limits, are you willing to redesign this where it will work for free?
For the design fee portion of it, yes, we'd be willing to redesign for another solution that would work.
Would you make sure that's in the records?
Roll call.
I'd like to know where we are on this dollar amount of how much the sewer treatment plant is too. Where are we at today?
What? The dollar amount for what we spent so far?
Well, what is this thing gonna cost us? I mean, I'm hearing that we're possibly hearing $28 million, or how much is this thing going up to now?
Somebody have that number handy? We can get it to you. Art, do you remember the number? Go ahead.
I don't, but again, a comment. We had this in the packet last week, so I guess part of my question would be, are you including the things that we may or may not do, or are you just asking for today where we're at?
Today?
Today, we are at between 27 and 28 million dollars.
But how does an alderman come up with that number?
Again, those numbers were put in your packet last week. So you have all of them, the whole breakdown of all the stuff.
Alderman Coles, you had a comment? You didn't speak yet, so go ahead.
Only for a minute. There was 3 phases that there was. One was $19 million. Then there was one around $25 million. And then there was one around 34 million. And we, because of a filter something that we had to put in, because of the EPA wanted us to do it, or the government wanted to do it, it boosted it up to another $4 million. And that's where you come up with the 28. But actually, we had looked at $34 million first. Well, first of all, we start before that. We looked at a place for $80 million. That was a long time ago. That was before you were on, and half of the other people weren't here either. Then they said that was too expensive. So we decided that to do a patch job for $19 million. Then that in turn turned to $24 million, and the correct one complete was $34 million, and we couldn't afford that. So we did what we could with the amount that we did. And then they had to put in some filters in it that cost another $4 million. So that was the original, that's the way it started out. And I think that, I may be right, I may be wrong on some of the prices, but that's what I remember.
The filters and UV were part of that $34 million estimate.
Yes,
And Alderman Woods, you are correct. It is about 27 million is the current construction estimate for Phase 1A and 1B with the filters added into them.
I have the numbers right here. It's in last week's packet, which is in our iPads. If everything, full build out, everything, engineering,
yes.
all filters, everything, you're looking at 33,770,000 approximately was the grand total. That's full everything, with filters and the whole expansion, everything. We're not going that far. All right,
You ready for roll call?
roll call, go ahead.
Alderman Winger?
Yes.
R. Wesley?
Abstain.
Pardon me?
Abstain.
Okay. Alderman Coles?
Yes,
Alderman Woods?
Yes.
Alderman Shockey?
yes.
Alderman E. Wesley? Alderman Lazara?
That passes.
Mayor, I have a third item on the agenda, a resolution seeking approval for agreement between the City of Wooddale and GNP Energy for LED streetlights conversion. That is my motion.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Questions? Alderman Shockey.
Yeah, I understand. I've been told that within 2.5 years, these lights will pay for themselves. And I was told I was going to receive an email from the gentleman with the company as well as an email from the manager, and I haven't received anything showing me that kind of figures. So I just want to mention that I don't know what the problem is with the computer, but it's not coming through.
Yeah, I did send that email to, it must have been a glitch or something, but I think it was also in the packet when we had it, when we first discussed it, but I can send it again.
All right.
Anything else? Roll call.
Alderman Winger?
Yes.
Alderman R. Wesley?
Yes.
Alderman Coles?
Yes,
Alderman Woods?
Yes.
Alderman Shockey?
Yes.
Alderman E. Wesley?
No.
Alderman Lazara?
That passes.
Oh, that's under my report, Mayor.
Thank you. Finance and Administration, Alderman Shockey.
No report.
Thank you. No other business. Approval list of bills, Alderman Shockey.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Before I start listing the bills, I'd just like to make a comment. We have Baxter and Woodman for this billing period, which is what, 1 month or 2 weeks?
Brad?
I thought we get this every full council meeting, which would be twice a month.
Correct, yeah, a full council meeting twice a month. Typically, we get a large packet of invoices like what's presented tonight once a month from them. So while the dates may vary a couple days here or there, by and large, it's a 1 month billing period for all the
Okay.
various projects. I know there's a number of invoices on there, but 1
For
month.
I just want to make a mention then, for the month, the Baxter and Woodman bills total $75,460, plus $500 for meeting attendance. And I thought that was part of the agreement, that they would be attending the meetings with the initial cost. Now we have a $500 additional charge for meeting attendance.
Mr. Murmas.
They have a flat rate built in for meeting
sorry,
attendance.
what?
They have a flat rate built in for meeting attendance instead of an hourly rate for a general services engineering
Is that what that
contract.
500 is?
There's a flat rate for meeting
So
attendance.
it's every month, basically.
However many meetings they go to times, what is it, Lou? 250.
Okay. The list of bills is as follows. The general fund, $324,134.79. The road and bridge fund at $1,454.97. Motor fuel tax fund, $3,955.13. Tourism fund, $28,195.37. Capital projects fund, $272,675.13. Computer parking lot fund, $2,468.10. Sanitation fund, $78,764.78. Water and sewer capital projects, $937,568.90. And the water and sewer fund, $223,771.48, for a grand total of $1,872,988.65. And that's in the form of a motion.
Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Questions? Alderman Eugene Wesley?
Two questions on that engineer bill. Did we receive that credit that I talked to you about, Brad, for the traveling expense?
Mr. Wilson?
That was not on there. However, we're working with them, and it should be on the next one. that we
Or
get
was
from
it
them.
part of this bill?
Very nominal portion is a portion of that. Yes. Like I said, it should be on the next one as a credit. So.
Anything further?
No, long as I receive that credit.
Alderman Roy Wesley?
Um,
I have one more.
pages. Page 6, Wooddale Park District, NNO Service PD. What is that?
Chief,
National
ahead.
Night Out?
Yes, that's for
Okay.
National Night Out for the food that they supply.
Okay, thank you.
One more, Alderman Eugene Wesley, go ahead. Do you have another one, Roy? I'm sorry.
I want to look through Baxman Woodman's bill before I send it out to go through it myself. Do we have the right to pull that into the next council meeting?
Mr. Bond?
You can. What you should do, though, is just have it approved and just ask that the check be held until you've had an opportunity to review that. Because you can't pull it unless you've got a specific objection to the bill itself, and you have to put the vendor on notice under the Prompt Payment Act. So if it's an issue you just need to clarify, you can just, it can be approved, and then you just direct the city manager, request the city manager, hold the disbursement of the check or the finance director until you've had an opportunity to review that.
Okay. I'd like to do that.
You want to amend
The
the
vendor's
motion?
here.
Is that-
It's simply, it's not an amendment to the motion because there's still a motion to approve. It's just direction to staff to hold that until you've had that opportunity.
Okay.
Alderman Shockey, go ahead.
There's one other I'd like to ask John about, from Shaman Nurseries. Sheeman. 5 times 8 cubic yards of bark mulch. Is there any reason why
Kramer.
we're getting 8 cubic yards at a time?
That was all for the Metro lot. Once the parking lot got redone, I taxed staff to go through there and mulch all the flower beds throughout there. And then we also did a myriad of other beds around town, including town center, city hall. So 8 yards is what a truck holds.
Is there any place we do use the mulch that we create when we chop up the tree branches?
In large part, no, because it's not of good quality and you wouldn't want it around the buildings, not to mention it's still organically hot because it was a growing tree. So when we put that around a shrub, traditionally that causes the death of the shrub because it's organically hot.
Good enough, thank you.
Alderman Eugene Wesley, you had another one?
Mr. Mayor, I will ask about this bill again.
Oh,
ACOM again. $18,000 and 78 cents and 24 cents. And my question to, and I know what my answer is going to be, that I have to pay this bill, but The point is, they didn't do some of their work that they were allocated on a contract, and we never did see the change orders that the state required us, that they didn't have to do the survey, that the state changed, you know, they request this and that. So, I mean, if that item was taken out of the bills, I would vote yes to pay these bills. But if this item is not removed off this bill and make that a separate motion, I will be voting no for this bill because I still say AECom owes us some money somewhere. And just for you know, this pays out the whole entire amount that they socked us for that intersection study. The whole entire intersection that they had is at Irving and Wooddale Road. So they took advantage, as far as I'm concerned, they took advantage of the city on this grant money. And I still say they didn't produce the document saying the state says they didn't have to do this. And our engineer firm that was just hired to finish that project for a second phase had it engineered or surveyed, which was part of the first contract with AECom. So I just want everyone to know, I have no problem paying the bills, providing this is taken out. If it is not taken out, I would vote no for the bills tonight.
Anybody? Alderman Roy Wesley, go ahead. Follow another item.
Mr. Bond, could we direct the attorney to give him a call and have him talk about this bill? Because they haven't been doing what's in the contract?
Mr. Murmas will take it. Go ahead.
I can speak to this. There was a component of the contract that required a certain type of survey that they initially thought they would need for the Phase 1 closeout. As the project progressed, they did not need the survey for Phase 1 closeout. They did not do the Phase 1 survey. They did not charge us for the Phase 1 survey. They only charged us for work completed. So because the Phase 1 survey was never done, which it did not need to be done to complete Phase 1, it'll eventually be needed to be done in Phase 2, but we weren't charged for it, so we're paying for work that was received.
We're paying for work that wasn't received.
That was received.
That was received. Are we done with this? Final? This? Done? Period?
For AECom, yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nothing further. Roll call.
Alderman Winger?
Yes.
Alderman R. Wesley?
Yes, this is with the holding back on Baxman Woodman.
What is the motion?
Yeah.
Did we
There
change
was,
the motion?
no, there was direction per the attorney. Correct, Pat?
Yeah, you didn't amend the motion. There was just direction to hold that particular check until Alderman R. Wesley had an opportunity to review the bill.
I just want to make sure that's,
Alderman Coles?
Yes.
Alderman Woods?
Yes.
Alderman Shockey?
Yes.
Alderman E. Wesley?
Absolutely no.
Alderman Lazara?
That passes.
That's to finish the bills, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you. Next, I need a motion to adjourn to executive session for review of minutes and personnel.
I'll make the motion.
Do I have all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.